Hello and welcome again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 23rd of April and I have some news for you today regarding the China censorship guidelines for console games, as the Shanghai government has published new content which basically details the guidelines for console games that basically developers will need to adhere to for products to be approved for release in China. Now, as it was announced back in January, China is of course lifting their 14-year ban on the sale of foreign games consoles, and of course will open up a rather huge market to the likes of both Sony, Microsoft and of course Nintendo. Now, basically, this is already in full effect and will enable platform holders to manufacture consoles within Shanghai's free trade zone and sell their products across the country as long as they work with a local partner. Now, new software censorship rules were of course announced on Monday that all games must be cleared for release by the Shanghai government culture department, and this was released by NetEase and was helpfully translated by Games in Asia. And the approval process for games will apparently take no longer than 20 days, and they did of course detail content which will be outlawed, which will reportedly include gambling related content or game features, anything that violates their constitution, anything that threatens China's national unity, sovereignty, or territorial integrity, anything that harms the nation's reputation, security, or interests, anything that instigates racial or ethnic hatred or harms ethnic traditions and cultures, anything that violates China's policy on religion by promoting cults or superstitions, anything that promotes or incites obesity, drug use, violence, or gambling, anything that harms public ethics or China's culture and traditions, anything that insults, slanders, or violates the rights of others, and other content that violates the law. Now, this could mean that it's quite likely to mean that popular series such as, say, Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto will basically not be able to get released in China due to the nature of the content. And the Tokyo-based analyst Serkan Toto said, quote, "Game developers should be worried about selling their content in China, especially when you talk about violent games, shooting people's arms, heads popping off, and a lot of games also have political background, such as America against North Korea. A lot of these games are actual multi-million-dollar games, so I'm not really sure how these kind of games will resonate with Chinese censorship. My feeling is probably not that good." So there you have it, the full guidelines for China's publishing of games, and it's going to limit, I think, a lot of people. I think a lot of the games we would consider part and parcel of gaming are not going to be able to be released there. However, of course, puzzle games, of course, Mario and things like that, more child-friendly games, indie games with perhaps more obscure concepts, things like that, they'll probably be okay, but the big AAA releases that we're all familiar with, like Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto, and probably even Assassin's Creed, for example, are probably not going to be able to get released there under these rules. Now, while it's good that they lifted the ban, it's a bit of a shame that they've got such strict guidelines, but I suppose it's to be expected that they wouldn't go from having a ban to basically letting it be a free-for-all, so while it's a shame, I don't think anyone really is surprised. So hopefully this means that China can at least get a decent selection of games. It's not going to limit everything, of course, but it is going to put a line in the sand that a lot of games aren't going to be able to cross over, unfortunately. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.